Hey guys, Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Hasbro Pulsecon 2020. I want to say it was 2022, but don't quote me on that. Exclusive Serpentor with Air Chariot. This, of course, brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro. I did say it was a Hasbro Pulsecon exclusive, didn't I? You silly goose. As well as my good buddy Tee Bizz. Shout out to Tee Bizz as usual. I'll leave a link in the description below. For those of you not in the know, he sold all the shit this summer, and well, G.I. Joe Classified Series, we're not free from the purge. Thankfully, I was able to get in there and get some of the figures I missed out on, while missing out on others. But hey, that's neither here nor there. We got a Serpentor to review, and while I don't have all of his accessories, I will eventually have all of his accessories. First of which, we have the gauntlet with the kind of predator claw on it. There is a regular gauntlet without this claw on it that I will probably use, because I do intend to have him holding this Cobra staff, which has a rotating head for some reason. But yes, I will definitely use like the retracted claw with the Cobra staff, most likely. He also has this spear weapon, which is just a straightened out snake, which is kind of weird. But either way, he comes with one of those, as well as his sword, which doesn't have a place to store. Kind of weird. Guess you could do this. If you wanted to. I might actually do that. That looks kind of cool. But, taking a closer look at Serpentor himself, the other accessory he has is an alternate hood. But, for now, I am going to leave this one on, just because it's probably a pain in the butt to get off with the way I have the cape. So showing you the head articulation, you can look around in there. It's got a lot of range, but you can't use it because the way the hood attaches. It attaches much like a backpack. And the way I have the cape, it's not like a freaking vest. I thought that was stupid. So I modified it a little bit. I took it off and I put it on so it actually hangs like a cape. And it looks all natural. Now, of course, the alternate hood will allow for more head movement, so I will probably swap that one on. But other than that, he is an all-new figure, head to toe. I don't think any of these parts have been reused. So as far as the shoulders go, they will pop out to the side, about this far. He does have the beautiful butterfly. It doesn't move a lot, but it does move. Can rotate forward and back. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. Doesn't give you a lot of range, but it does work. It does have swivel hinge wrists, as well as a diaphragm joint, which is hindered by his armor. That should be expected. He can crunch back and forth. Does he have an ab crunch? No, it's just a diaphragm joint. Same with the waist. Thankfully not like super tight and clicky like some of these have been. Hips do have the drop down, but they're not too loose, not too tight. You can move his leg all around there. Thigh cut hidden by the armor piece there. Double jointed knee works fine. He does have a boot cut with a hinge in the foot and a rocker. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet, which will come in handy when we look at his Air Chariot. So moving him aside. I neglected to mention he also comes with a little pet snaky snake. Doesn't have any articulation, it's just a slug, but that's cool. I guess if you wanted to, you can throw that in with your snake bed from Origins if you want. But here's the piece de resistance, the Air Chariot. It's got these two guns. Take these off. Clearly, you can have them held like underhand, like machine guns or whatever. So that's kind of neat. But I like to keep them plugged in, of course. And then the snake mouth on the Chariot can open and close. And then these little fangs do just kind of drop out. I guess some people's these are stuck. Mine is clearly not. It does have some added pieces you do have to plug in, like these fins here. They just plug right in. They don't really lock into place. So if you ever needed to put this thing in storage, you can do that. There is like a working turbine on the bottom here. If I can flip this over. This actually does spin in here. But good luck getting that to do anything. It's kind of hard to get anything to move out of that. But there is some pegs for Serpentor's feet. Glad to see that they put 2 pegs on this guy's Chariot, but we can't seem to get 2 pegs on Silver Surfer's surfboard, so hot dog. But there is also the handlebars, with the controls and whatnot, up here. And that's pretty much the Air Chariot. It's just gold, plastic, kind of marbly, I guess, if you're not into that. Tough crap. Definitely wasn't worth $90, but, you know, it is what it is. I traded to get mine, so I really didn't pay anything for it, other than what I had in the figures I traded for it. But that money is in the past. It does not matter. It's in the past. So I'm happy with this figure. I'll be happier when I get the accessories I want to use with it. But for now, he is fine and dandy. And I don't feel the need to pick up the retro card unless it's like significantly better. You know, I'm probably not going to futz with that. I got the Mindbender retro card. I don't really feel the need to get this guy's retro card. If I'm not mistaken, him and Mindbender came out like the same year, so it's almost like they were building up to this. Because didn't Mindbender create this guy with the DNA of different, like, dictators? Like Napoleon Dynamite, Genghis Khan, Donald Trump. That's a joke. Alright. Before you come at me in the comments, that's a joke. Which, you know, if you're me, you probably don't like that guy. But at any rate, we bring in our 2 regulars. Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulith. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who is about neck and neck with old Serpentor there, if we count the snake hood on his head there. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and the price of good old Serpentor and his Air Chariot aside, I think we can all agree that it was way too expensive, even, you know, pre-Tariff War. I have to say that if you wanted a Serpentor, this was a pretty solid release. I say was because it's kind of unattainable now, but I am holding out hope for all of you out there in YouTube land that don't have good old Serpentor here, that the fine folks over at Hasbro do eventually deliver a retro card that doesn't have the staining from the cape, although I don't really notice that on mine, and probably clean that up anyway. So hopefully, like the Dr. Mindbender we looked at the other day, we'll have a second chance at this guy, just maybe without the Air Chariot, which I don't think is a selling point for a lot of people, but it was a selling point for me. I thought it was cool. I think it looks cool, and when I can, I'm probably going to mount it to my wall somehow. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.